Okay, so it's the morning time. I've gone for a walk down by the river in the fields as well, as you can sort of see around and behind me. So to begin today's talk, I just wanted to remind when we're praying and we recite Surah Al-Fatiha at the beginning of our prayer, we say within Surah Al-Fatiha, we say Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, which means guide us to the straight path. Now, one of the things I learned on my journey, or sort of I reflected and remembered on, was how important it is to genuinely be God-fearing when you're praying. So some people, when they pray, they pray very loudly or arrogantly or boastfully out loud. Now, it's not for me to interfere and judge how someone else prays, but it's important to remember that we're talking and communicating with Allah when we're praying. So for example, when we're saying guide us to the straight path, I say it in a very God-fearing way, and I believe that a certain number of our actions are within our hands, within our capacity to control. We have the free will and the choice to make dua. We have the free will and the choice to do good deeds, to pray. And then when you do the basics correctly, what I found with me was a lot of my actions sort of happen automatically afterwards. So I'm not actually in that much of control of what I'm doing. As long as I'm working on the basics and the things that are what are within my hands, then the rest follows. To give an example, I went to Plymouth last year in June. I was staying at a Travelodge, and I decided to go for a walk. So I left the Travelodge, went for a walk. Must have been about 45 minutes, an hour of walking. And I thought to myself at that point, okay, I don't know where I am. I've just been walking randomly. I better get back to the Travelodge now. I'm starting to feel a bit tired. So I walked and I thought, shall I use my phone sat nav? How do I get back? I'm not joking, within about 30 seconds, I was at the Travelodge. So I'd done a loop, I'd done a circle and ended up back where I started. It's a real mysterious situation. I don't know how it happened. Just walked for an hour and ended up back in the same spot after that hour. Thinking I was actually an hour away, I was actually back at where I started, done a circle. So if you want things to happen in autopilot in life, in an automatic way, in a good way, then work on the things that are within your hands, and the rest should, inshallah, follow automatically in a good way. Inshallah, we're on the right path. And yeah, that's my talk for the day. Remember to be God-fearing when you pray, and work on the things that are within your hands.